Welcome back to the channel, guys.
What's going on, everybody?
Back with Sherlock, the finale of season 2.
Dude, this show is great.
Yeah.
The last one was like really. I've been thinking about that like since we watched it. Like,
it was so out there.
yeah, I don't know where they got him. Like,
it was so out there, but it wasn't by the end of the episode of how it was explained. It just
not even the whole episode. I'm talking about the end of the episode with Moriarty.
Oh, that yeah.
Like that, I'm still confused about it.
Yeah.
How did they catch him? Like, how long was he in there?
I think that was intentional. Like for us,
probably
for us too.
I know.
He's like, what the hell is this?
The BBC doesn't care about us.
No.
What were you saying though?
The
whole episode in general.
Like it had me. It was so out there, but like, it was so like believable. Like the way they did it made me believe, like, or at least partially,
that it could be done.
There really could be some like creature out there. You know, like. But
well, well, I mean, they were testing on animals and stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like we were supposed to feel like Sherlock that episode where he knows it's not real, but he can't explain.
But how can he? Right.
You know, and that's the way we feel.
Real because your eyes have seen it.
That's what I mean.
Like that's what screwed him up. Took him like a night to get past that.
Yeah.
Remember that I was laughing, like thinking about like when he just intentionally gave it to John.
Oh yeah, and when he was talking about the thing.
Yeah, and then watched him in the video camera.
Yeah, you see him running and going like that. When I was editing that episode, I was thinking about that. Hilarious.
Poor guy.
Yeah. He's like, run, John, run! You see him like ducking shit, like, looking around. I did forget about that.
Yeah.
No,
I'm like really into this show, man.
Yeah, I'm curious.
It like messes me up because it makes me think so much.
Especially when we're watching it.
That's what I mean. But then even afterwards, I was like, dang, this guy's so clever. Like,
that's what happened to me after the first episode of season 2, which was still my favorite of all the episodes with the woman, the dominatrix.
Oh, the first episode of season 2. Yeah.
Because like,
that was the best episode.
The more I thought about it, like we watched it here, then I went and edited it. And when I was editing, I'm like, God, this was a great episode.
It was wild.
Like once I like fully, like I understood it once we like talked after, but like
it's tough to get right away.
There was even things while editing it that I was like, oh shit, like that was awesome.
Yeah, that was
so now,
for me also.
I'm excited now to see what like I have a feeling this episode's gonna be explaining what happened to Moriarty at the end.
I hope so. I mean, they don't usually leave things like
they'll explain what that scene meant, you know. Yeah. Why he was there, where he was.
Right, like maybe that was like you said, maybe like that happened now, or you know, what I mean, maybe that was some kind of time lapse.
That was my long shot theory. Like, we don't know like where Moriarty. Because we call him like 8 million different names. I'm like, wait, which one is it again? But like. That was my long shot theory, was that maybe that was, like, we don't know anything about his past, so maybe that was where he comes from. Like, how did he become the
only reason I'm not sure, is because Mycroft had him. Like,
well, that's my whole thing. Like, maybe the feud went really bad with Mycroft and Sherlock, to the point where, like, he was trying to get back at him, so he knew this guy was, like, some, like, crazed mental institution fan of it, like Sherlock.
I could see something like,
or didn't like him. Or
this show's so crazy that that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, I don't think that's true, but
I hope it's not.
I think whatever we saw at the end,
I don't
there
like like brother betrayals.
No, and we've seen that they do like each other. I think, like you know, like
they have to at least respect each other.
Yeah,
they're both weird in their own.
But like, there's been a couple moments like where like when shit went down, like where they were like kind of like talked about it, and they're like, oh, like without saying it, they were like, I'm glad you're okay, you know.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's how it came across to me.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what.
Yep. As we watch it.
Let's do it.
If you guys want to watch the next episode early, go check out our Patreon. We have that there as well as full length. I was just about to say.
There is a time skip.
Well, that scene specifically, yeah. That's what I was gonna say, but I'm like, I don't want to look like an idiot. Like, I had a feeling like maybe that was a scene like.
You can't be an idiot for a guest, buddy. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting though. Because now, as soon as this starts back up again, it's gonna be.
We're there together, like showing how this happened.
Correct.
So maybe the Moriarty thing was later.
Yeah. Imagine. The hat. I love how he said last time he hated it too.
Just get it over with.
It's a crazy hat.
He's definitely getting the pipe. At some point, he's gonna have that pipe.
Frequently seen in the company of bachelor.
Deal with that. You're gonna do 3.
Confirmed bachelor John Monson. Okay, this is too much. We need to be more careful.
It's got flaps.
The Moriarty. In disguise. Mm-hmm. What's he up to? Some kind of heist?
Yep.
Look at that. What the hell was that? That knocked him out instantly. What is he doing? It's just easily doing it.
The Bank of England, the crown jewels.
I wonder if he's purposely doing this, like taking his time, like he knows he's gonna get caught. And that's why he was in prison at the end of the last one, you know? So maybe that was like a scene ahead in the future. Yep.
Mirage. At glass, tougher than anything. Not tougher than crystallized carbon.
Whatever he was doing there was because he knows Sherlock's gonna go over this case.
He texted him about it.
Yeah. Media. Yep. This isn't quite the not too big of a
Low
case.
profile case that
Yeah.
John wanted.
Yep. I don't even have the slightest clue as to what Moriarty's game is here, you know? Of course not.
How could you? They might bring it all the way back to the cab driver in the beginning. You know what I mean?
You've been typing in a hurry, probably. Pressure on, facing a deadline.
Media.
There's as much of anything at risk in the bulge in your left jacket. You like 3 little words. You repel me.
That's great. You just tore her apart. You can't get
That's what
mad at her. It's like, you could literally, I don't care who, maybe besides
Only Moriarty could trick him.
Yeah. And not even trick him, just stumble him for a little while.
Right.
Mr. Holmes, that's a matter for the jury.
Oh, really?
Here we go.
1 librarian, 2 teachers, 2 high-pressure jobs, probably the city. Foreman's a medical secretary, trained abroad, having my short. Married into having an affair with each other.
That's exactly what Watson told him not to do.
Would you like to know?
Do you think you could survive for just a few minutes without showing off?
That's hilarious.
I'm glad they did that.
Yeah.
It's my face.
Yes, and it's doing a thing. You're doing a we both know what's really going on here face. No, I don't, which is why I find the face so annoying.
Moriarty wanted the jewels he'd have. Somehow this is part of his scheme.
Everything's part of his scheme.
Yep. I figured
And
that
everything's part of Sherlock's scheme.
Yeah, I figured Watson would have known, like, picked up on that. Like, why would this guy just let himself get caught?
There's a coup for the law.
They should make judges wear wigs like that again.
It's funny. I was gonna mention that before. Like, I'm so used to the American shows that have like the art like
The
legal.
lawyers wear them too, right?
Yeah. So old school.
Still?
I guess if they're doing it in the show, why would they make that
Would
up?
it just be for the show, like, or in like real life?
That's why I think it's real life.
No defense and Moriarty's walked free.
I could be wrong though. They just Moriarty
It's
walks
just
free.
like-
Are you listening? He's out. You know he'll be coming after you. Shut.
So what did the jury think that he was? Think it was just too fishy? And they.
No, I'm sure I'm sure it was his jury.
Oh yeah, probably.
We heard his son at the piano playing one of his
pieces.
I always love when the two rivals have a conversation like this.
Couldn't cope with an
Still polite. Pour some tea.
Well, you know, I've got John. I should get myself a live-in one.
Why are you doing all of this?
It'd be so funny.
You know what? Power, not really.
I always forget about Mycroft. You know he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
For the
Of course
most
he
part.
does.
Ah, thanks, gents. I've been asked to meet Mycroft home. What the hell?
I had a feeling that's what they were going to do.
Tradition, John. Our traditions define us.
So total silence is traditional.
But that's not why I asked you here.
He always sounds like he's up to something, Mycroft, right?
'Cause he is.
So you want me to watch out for your brother because he won't accept your help?
If it's not too much trouble.
So I really do believe Mycroft's
cares for
there.
him.
Yeah.
He's always got
That's why I
secondary plans also.
Of course.
He's just not as clever. Although we might find out that he is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just plays the fool sometimes to like for the long con.
You have to believe me.
I do. I just wanted you to speak quickly. Miss Mackenzie will need to breathe into a bag now.
We'll have to breathe into a bag now.
Going out.
Hey, lot.
I've got a lunch date.
Cancel it. You're having lunch with me.
What?
Need your help. It's one of your boys says we're trying to track him down. It's been a bit naughty.
I ended.
Yes, and then he stole the crown jewels, broke into the Bank of England, and organised a prison break at Pentonville. For the sake of law and order, I suggest you avoid all future attempts at a relationship, Molly.
Every time. She's so innocent.
She is. I like her. I'm really rooting for her.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something to impress Sherlock.
Yeah.
She starts respecting her. Picking up every piece of material that he walked on to find out, and he's gonna figure out where he's been, what he went. Unbelievable.
I can't even fathom half the stuff he does.
Nah. Normal human beings can't.
Nope. Like, it makes sense once he, like, I see him doing it, but I'm like, I would have never thought of that.
What I'm trying to say is that if there's anything I can do, anything you need, anything at all, you can have me. No, I mean, if there's anything you need.
Thank you.
I'm
So
just
weird.
gonna go and get some crisps. Do you want anything? It's okay. I know you don't.
Well, actually, maybe I
I know
will.
you don't.
He was gonna try. She knew he was gonna try and be nice and say something, but she just knows.
That was a good moment for her. With
That
him.
was great.
She was like a little stern with him.
And kind of confused him a bit.
What? There's a mile of disused factories between the river and the park. It matches everything. Come on. Come on!
I like how they just go with it. Like, he knows what he's talking about. Then
At this point, he's been crushing cases. He's like a
there's a reason why.
renowned detective.
Yeah. The head cop guy. He like still like. That's why he uses him so much.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's been hard for you.
He didn't even say anything. Or like she
That
didn't
means
see him.
they've been shown his picture.
This is my cab. You get the next one. Why? You might talk.
He couldn't risk it. He might talk.
Unless she had seen him before.
What's your point?
You know what my point is. You just don't want to think about it.
So, one of the lights went in.
Basically, like set Sherlock up maybe to look like.
What was that? No charge.
Oh my god. I think it's ridiculous. I hate him, but I love him at the same time. Is that one of the so-called assassins?
Uh-huh.
Do you think Mycroft put him there to protect him?
He... Oh.
Is that Watson? Obviously not. Huh.
Sherlock! You could put back anything but dust. Dust is eloquent.
Is he worrying about the camera that's in there, maybe?
You know,
Cameras. I'm being watched.
What?
No, I was wondering about that before, why the camera was up there.
It is a game, Lestrade, and not one I'm willing to play. Give my regards to Sergeant Donovan.
Like we just talked him out of it.
What are you gonna do?
Right.
He already knows what the plan is, you know?
No, I know you
you for real?
100%.
Nobody could fake being such an annoying dick all the time. You done?
Oh, I said it. First time we met.
Don't bother.
Solving crimes won't be enough.
I cannot wait for her to be proved wrong.
What you looking at?
I saw him cocking back a little bit, but I couldn't tell. I'm like trying to think back to the first scene
We're going to need to coordinate.
and how it's going to work out, because I have a feeling John just wants everyone to believe, like the population to believe, like, know who he really is great. But is he going to supposedly die before that could be proved? Like, is he going to try and prove Moriarty wrong?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
That makes me even more upset, even the fact that he's dead, or at least he thinks he's dead. He's testing this guy.
Of course. He's selling it.
This guy gonna get shot now, too.
To the tower. He planted it when he came around.
Yep. For some reason, the way they were shooting that, like far away from him, they went in close. I had that feeling.
I think he killed him.
Yeah, that's true.
John, and they didn't have any graham coffee, so I just got one.
I had a feeling that's what it was. I didn't think he was actually going to be there.
Now you are Moriarty! He's Moriarty! We've met! Remember, you were gonna blow me up!
Are they really going to try and make Watson think that it really is Sherlock?
I look at you now and I can read you, and you repel me.
I cannot wait for all these people to be proved wrong. And you know it ain't going to happen in this one.
You think they're going to leave it as like a hanger?
Well, based off that or the first scene in the episode with Watson.
What do you need?
What is he up to? I'm wondering if he's going to fake his own death to make it seem like Moriarty won, like make Moriarty think he won.
It could very well be.
I think that'll be part of his plan, you know?
I'm sorry. Oh. Tell him, would you?
I believe him.
That's definitely what happened.
He didn't think it would go this far.
Moriarty's just been planning it for...
Yep.
What did he touch?
Nothing else.
I wonder if he's going to come back to that when Moriarty did something with his fingers on his knee and Sherlock looked at it and saw it. See? They purposely showed Sherlock look down at his hand.
Busy?
Thinking I need to think.
You need
She's
to,
not
it doesn't
really
mean
shot.
anything to you. Do you want to have killed the man because he laid a finger on her?
Good. You got that too.
Beats like digits.
Fairy tales.
He's like a good, creepy bad guy.
Yeah.
Green ones too.
He's definitely growing on me. Like, I feel like he said all the, like Sherlock knows exactly what he's doing since he got here.
I'm certainly not going to do it.
Molly's gonna do something.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Forgive
it.
me. But don't think for 1 second that I am one of them.
Well, good luck with that.
Oh, now I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still, I still think he is gonna fake his
Something's
death.
coming up. He has to fake his death. Why would John say he's dead?
Goodbye, John.
No. Don't.
Yeah, he needs him to believe it, so he does. Yeah, I don't know why. I get why he has to kill him, like kill himself.
It's definitely the mannequin, I think.
Yeah, but he would know when he goes up to it. I'm just confused because, like, thinking ahead, like, obviously he's really convinced that he died.
Yeah.
But, like, how? And I don't think he. I think he did something where he actually is somehow alive.
He's definitely still alive.
But how is he faking this? Are
I
we
don't
seeing
know.
something that we're not supposed to be seeing from the perspective of somebody that got tricked? I don't buy it.
No, we know he's not dead.
But why that? There's no explanation as to why he's seeing him there, and we just watched him jump off the building. So I have absolutely no clue as to how he did it or why. This is the finale too, so everyone that watched this live had to wait.
Dude. Yeah.
And that's another reason why we know there's no way he's actually dead. If there's 2 more seasons after this, that's the one problem with knowing, you know. It's like we were watching this live and we didn't know that there was 2 more seasons coming up.
Yeah.
I also can't believe Moriarty killed himself.
I don't think he's dead either.
Yeah, I think that whole scene was
set up by both of them.
Yeah, or one of, I don't know. Normally I hate when like shows do like fake deaths like this, but I love it in this scenario
This is really good.
because I want to know so bad what you know there was something he did.
All the marks on my table and the noise. Farrington.
Yeah, I feel like if we were watching this live, we would totally be devastated right now thinking. Because if I didn't know, I'd be like, well, it can't be.
No, no, no.
Just for me. Just stop it. Stop this.
I think like a part of him.
John's a cutie, man.
Yeah, I think a part of him also, it might just be him talking to himself, but like the fact that like maybe part of him's like saying that, being like, you can't actually be dead.
How can you believe it? You
Right.
watch him do like pretty much miracles.
And I'm sure in the back of his mind, he's thinking the same thing we're thinking, just but like with less hope. But
Yeah.
you know,
Remember when the other girl came back to life? The girl that was tricking
Yeah.
him? You know what I mean? Twice.
yeah, I knew it. What is his end game, and how did he do that? I know they're gonna end it right here too. God damn.
Unbelievable.
I'm happy they at least showed us that though at the end.
Unbelievable.
That would have drove me nuts. See, now when it's not as bad going into the next season, you know? Like if we had to watch this live, like at least you're like, oh, okay, he's not dead. But now it would drive me nuts.
We have no idea how we did it.
That's, yeah, exactly.
And then the first season, they left you with him pointing a gun at a bomb in the middle of a pool.
Yeah.
And then didn't somebody say it was like 2 years in between? Like, get out of here, BBC. You guys are up to no good.
I'm so happy we don't have to watch it live.
Yeah, that would drive me nuts.
Yep.
Obviously we know that Molly's involved.
Yeah.
How she's involved, I don't know. I don't know how they get double bodies, like, you know what I mean? Because remember in the one we both were talking about before, like with the girl.
Yeah.
She was dead. He saw her dead body. Granted, there was no face, but like he also knows her measurements and what her body is in the blink of an eye. So how did they trick him?
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing for you on
They
that.
must have like witch doctors over there cloning people.
Well, I can't wrap my mind around that whole last scene. Like, not the last scene, but the one with him and Moriarty. And then the fact that once John got there, like, what... Everything we saw, there was nothing like, about it. It was straightforward.
Yeah.
That was him dead on the ground.
Yep.
And then when we saw him at the end, he was completely fine. So it's not like he like actually fell and didn't die. You know what I'm saying?
Moriarty's not dead either. I don't believe that anybody could die in this show.
Nope. I think that whole scene we saw is something's wrong with it. I just don't know what it is.
That was not what I was expecting from anything on that rooftop. I was like, oh, Sherlock's gonna get him. Next thing I know, Moriarty's blowing his brains out. Then next thing you know,
I love
Sherlock's
how-
jumping off a goddamn building.
I love how right before he shot himself, we were both like, I am so lost. You were like, now I'm really lost. And I'm like, I have nothing. I have no idea what's going on. And then it's like 15 seconds later, he explains.
Blows his brains out.
You're like, now I get it. But now I'm still sitting here going, I still don't get it.
I don't get it at all.
Because of what happened after.
This show's wild, man.
It really is.
It really just takes you on like a roller coaster.
I really loved every episode so far. Like, there hasn't been one
of this whole season. You mean
of the whole show?
Yeah, even the one that like the second one of the first season was like the slowest one.
Yeah.
But even that was, I didn't think it was awful.
No.
They're all great. He's great.
I'm like waiting for it to let me down, and it hasn't yet.
No. It actually, like, yeah, because like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, it can't really get any better than this. Next episode, you're in a whirlwind of twists and turns in this goddamn show.
Really?
I'm into it though, man. I like it a lot.
I am too. Anyway, guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.
See you later.